A podcast to me is a...
Why make a podcast in 2026?
The most common problem that I come across.
It's too long didn't listen, and it's the season finale. I hear the crowd go wild because it's the finale, not because we're ending the season, I hope. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for everyone for all their support. It's been really great so far. And so we're going to cut straight into it. This is a bit of a compilation of different questions answered by different guests who have appeared throughout the series. We've even got a couple brand new faces in there for you. So do enjoy, and I'll see you on the other side. Thanks.
Too long didn't listen with Double Audio.
Hello everybody, my name's Saskhia Menendez. I'm a podcast host, an innovator and an artist in the UK music industry. I'm also the host of Music Industry Insights Worldwide, the founder of the Global Trans Charter. A podcast to me is a real space for honest conversations and connections. It's a place where stories can be shared in a way that feels human. It doesn't feel rushed, and it feels authentic and unfiltered. For me, my music podcast, Music Industry Insight Worldwide, is about amplifying voices that don't always get heard, so we can share those stories, open up those conversations around the realities of the music industry. It's also a platform for education and empowerment, where people can learn, feel seen, and hopefully leave inspired. And for me, a podcast isn't just about content. It's about storytelling. It's about being authentic, and it's a tool for good.
Why make a podcast in 2026? Well, if you're a brand, it really builds on your existing community. I made a podcast for a video game client on the Baghdad Golden Age. The game was already set in that universe, so we wanted to provide the players and a wider audience with the facts and history of that period. So highlighting the people and the places and the stories. That was a way of including a wider fan base and also satisfying the curiosity of the people playing the game. So I think it's really important to think about how a podcast can complement the work that you're already doing.
When I think about what makes a good podcast, for me, I think a good podcast has a very clear, distinct North Star. As a listener, you know what you're going to get. You know, the types of themes, the sort of guests that are going to feature on the podcast, the general feel of it. There aren't any major surprises. But equally, the podcaster is connecting with the audience, genuinely trying to understand what their listeners want, what their listeners need. And so ultimately, a good podcast comes down to the fact that the creator knows what they're making, why they're making it, and who they're making it for.
My name's Doug Downs. I am the founder of Stories and Strategies podcast. We work with branded podcasts around the world like L'Oreal, Remax. I think the most common problem that I come across with new podcasters is they have an idea, they have their goals in mind for their podcast, but they don't think of the show or each episode through the listener's perspective. They don't join the journey that the listener is on. Best example I've got is a real estate podcast that we developed for a realtor in a small town. And the pride of the town is that they're not from the big city, which is only a half hour away. People are really proud to be part of this small town. And he wanted to do a real estate podcast about market conditions and how to set up your home for sale and all that. We convinced him, do a podcast, but don't talk about real estate at all. Like, interview the local banker, the person who runs the local donut shop, the kid who in his basement has a collection of snakes, community stuff. The podcast absolutely took off, and it's gotten to the point where he gets stopped in grocery stores and people want to talk to him. And he recently sold a $2 million home. Did all this by not talking about real estate, but just by being a neighbor. That's a perfect example of joining the listener's journey.
A podcast we should all listen to. Yes, it's Josh from Double Audio, and I've cut in early to give you a recommendation of a podcast I think we should all listen to. This one is called Redemption Man, and Christopher Mitchell is the brains behind this one. It's an audio documentary that follows the story of a mysterious man who has been seen carrying a large white cross throughout West London for almost 35 years. He then disappeared And the podcast tries to find out where he went to and who he is. It's a brilliant listen, and you should check it out. And yeah, this is it. This is the final bit from me for season 1. And yeah, please do let us know if we should come back for season 2. We're still yet to solidify whether that's actually happening. So if you would like to contribute, if you would love us back, or you think we should go away forever, please do get in touch. TLDL Show, Double Audio, you know where to find us. Instagram, I'm even on LinkedIn. And yeah, so it's been great, and thank you to amazing guests. Please do check out their work. All of them, literally all of them are doing some incredible work within podcasting, so please do check them out. Maybe check them out even more than you check out us. Is that right? Yeah, why not? And yeah, thank you so much for your support. Until next time, ? I'm Josh from Double Audio. Too Long Didn't Listen. Thanks for tuning in.
Too Long Didn't Listen with Double Audio.